श्री गणेशाय नमः। ओम श्री सरस्वत्यै नमः। ओम श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः। ओम समस्तजनकल्याणे निरतं करुणामयं नमामि चिन्मयं देवं सद्गुरुं ब्रह्मविद्वरं ओम सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्परां शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानामालयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पादं शङ्करं लोकशङ्करम्। ॐ भद्रं कर्णेभिः शृणुयाम देवाः भद्रं पश्येमाक्षभिर्यजत्राः स्थिरैरङ्गैस्तुष्टुवागं सस्तनूभिः व्यशेम देवहितं यदायुः स्वस्ति न इन्द्रो वृद्धश्रवाः स्वस्ति न पूषा विश्ववेदाः स्वस्ति नस्तार्क्ष्यो वरिष्ठनेमिः स्वस्ति नो बृहस्पतिर्दधातु। ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः। So far we have completed 2 mantras, correct, in Āgama Prakaraṇa. We saw what is the meaning of that first mantra and second mantra. Sarvami etat brahma ayamatma brahma soyamatma brahma soyamatma chatushpada. This we saw mantra. Now chatushpada is explained, to be explained now. So Acharya Shankara says, Sarvam etat brahma iti sarvam yaduktam onkaramatram iti tadetat brahma taccha brahma paroksha abhihitam pratyakshataha visheshena nirdishati ayamatma brahma iti ayam iti chatushpatvena pravibhajyamanam pratyagatmataya abhinayena nirdishati ayamatma iti soyam atma onkara abhidheyaha पर अपरत्वेन व्यवस्थितः चतुष्पात् कार्षापणवत् न गौः इव इति त्रयाणां विश्वादीनां पूर्व प्रविलापनेन तुरीयस्य प्रतिपत्तिः इति करणसाधनः पादशब्दः तुरीयस्य पद्यत इति कर्मसाधनः पादशब्दः. Now here what is the karanasadhana and pada shabda, all those things. Now let us see some more thoughts before we enter into third mantra, Chatushpatvam. Before that Chatushpada, we will have some kind of a thought on what is this Chatushpada. So far, this Atman, the Atma was referred as Onkara. What is Onkara? Both Onkara is Para and Apara Swarupa. This was told. This everything is both Para and Apara. The higher and the lower. What we can say? Karana Rupa and Karya Rupa. Both the cause level and also at the effect level. Everything is Omkaramayam. This we saw. Now, or we can say Para means Anya Rupa. If not, Para means other meaning of Para is Anya, or Apara means Swarupa. One meaning is Para is higher, Apara is lower. Other meaning in Sanskrit, Para means what? Others. Apara means not other. Not other means your own self. So, in either way, all this is nothing but Omkara. Now, Sarvam hi etat Brahma. Sarvam means what? This Para Rupa Atma. What is Paramatma? This Para Rupa Atma means that Paramatma in higher form, Para Rupa, itself is in the form of this Jagat. That we saw. Because Jagat is nothing but the expression of, manifestation of, appearance of that Supreme alone. Omkara eva. Because Abhideya, Abhidhana, Visano, both the Abhidhana and Abhideya is one and the same. So now the name and the named outside, these two are same. And outside Jagat is again one with me, the pure consciousness. All that Visa. So it has already been explained. Now, I am Atma Brahma. So, Sarvam Etad Brahma, we saw that. Next one mantra, second mantra, I am Atma Brahma. Meaning, I am Atma Brahma means this self is Brahman. I am means your own self, you are pointing out. So, I am Atma means with the hasta, with this symbolism, showing this hand at the heart, this I am Atma Brahma. This is a teacher explained to student. This Atman is Brahman. I am Atma Brahma. Acharya says. So, this is totally different from Apara. That is lower. Our own Atma is Paraswarupa. So, I am Atma Brahma has been told from the standpoint of our own self. What is I am Atma Brahma? That is the Brahman is told as our own self, or I am Atma Brahma is pointed out. I am means my own self here. So from the standpoint of my own self, this Brahman is explained as I am Atma Brahma. Now this self is Brahman. So in this way, this Atma Tattva was detailed both in the form of Idam and Aham. Jo idam meaning this, as this, whatever is presented as this, idam tvena, is also Brahma. Ahamta, from the standpoint of Aham, the self, that also is Omkara. So Sarvam hi etad Brahma. So Aham, whatever is known as Aham Rupena, with the word indicating by Aham, idam also actually is nothing but Omkara eva. Everything is Omkaramayam. Now, Atma is Chatushpad. See, Sarvam Etad Brahma, Ayam Atma Brahma, Soyam Atma Chatushpad. This Atma is of four parts, not four padas, Chatushpada. Now the question is that in the Atma Tattva, which is actually not possible even for one pada to exist. How can there be four padas? Because Brahma has no parts, no limbs. It is called Niravayava. Niravayava Brahma. Brahma is homogeneous. There are no parts in him. But in Niravayava Brahma, how can pada can come? So therefore, very wonderful. Here, this Atma having padas, parts, is actually taken from the standpoint of Vakta. It is said by Mahatmas that the Vakta, the speaker, who is a speaker, so he considers that Atma as himself, on his own, superimposes on his own. I mean, the body is the whatever rupa he is having, in that rupa only he compares and explained about Atma. Vakta, for example, who is Vakta in Taittiriya Upaniṣad? Taittiri bird, Tittiri, Pakshi Rupena. Therefore, in that I am Dakshina Pakshaha, I am Uttara Pakshaha, Brahma Pucham Pratishta, all that the Brahma, the Atma Tattva was told, first of all in the beginning, as in the form of a bird. Imagine a bird, right wing, left wing, tail. Because Vakta is, Brahma is me alone. Just as I have right wing here, Brahma also has right wing. Just as I have left wing, Brahma also has left wing. Brahma Pucham Pratishta, tail, just as I have a tail, like that he explained. In Māṇḍukya Upaniṣad, who is the teacher? The Rishi called Māṇḍukya, born in the lineage of Rishi Māṇḍuka Rishi. Māṇḍuka Rishi is one of his old ancient Rishis. In his lineage, Vamshame, somebody is born a Rishi, therefore he is called as Māṇḍukya. Now, other meaning of Māṇḍuka is frog. We saw in the beginning the meaning of frog and all. So, this Rishi identified himself with frog. So, frog has Chatushpada. So, Vakta, the standpoint of Vakta, it is taken. So, therefore, from that point of view, he spoke Atma as Chatushpada. Because in Niravaya Brahma, parts are not possible. So, Vakta ka jo hai, that imagined. So, the four legs are imagined, four parts are imagined in Brahman. Because the speaker is Māṇḍuka Rishi, Māṇḍuka Rupeda, frog. Now see one more interesting thing. In Puruṣuktam, also this Pada Shabda is used. As you all know, Pado Osya Vishwa Bhutani Tripadasya Amrutam Divi. That the whole creation, the Paramatma is of four parts, out of which one part is itself expressing as all this Nama Rupatmakam Idam Jagat in the form of these names and forms. And other three parts are in immortal state of immortality, untouched by the Vahape. What is the fourth state there? The fourth state is Nama Rupatmakam. This Jagat is, the creation is referred as fourth state. Where? In Puruṣuktam. What about other three states? There other three states as kept as states of immortality. What was that wanted to tell Upanishads, the Veda wanted to show? Veda wants to tell that Paramatma is much superior to this manifested world. He is greater than this manifested world. So to show this, in Rigveda, Puruṣuktam, it was said that three parts of the Paramatma are in the state of immortality and one part only. Actually, Brahma is not parts. But there, यहाँ पे fourth state in Māṇḍukya Upaniṣad is nothing that the state of Turiya. But fourth state or fourth pada in Puruṣuktam is this world. And both are mentioned in Veda only. Puruṣuktam also is from Veda. Māṇḍukya Upanishad also is Veda. That means what? You can conclude. What? That no importance, much importance should be given to these parts because they are kalpitam, they are imagined. Because in Brahman there cannot be any parts. So, what are the three parts in Puruṣuktam? Sat, Chit, Ananda are three parts which are in pure state. Tripadasya Amrutam Divi, three states. And one pada is of all this. So, there. Now, however, what we saw is this, in whatever explanation you take, pada is only a superimposition on Niravayava Brahma. Adhyaropa. Adhyaropa means imagination or kalpitam, superimposed. Superimposition is always a imagination because it is imposition. Right. Now this, what is this superimposition, the imagination, kalpana mein ek problem hai. Problem means what? The kalpana means what? Wherever kalpana is brought, You can imagine umpteen number of things on one vastu. There could be no end for imagination. वस्तु एक ही है वहाँ पे, एक ही वस्तु में कल्पना करके कितने चीज या वस्तु हम देख सकते हैं, इसका your own creativity it is. It is not a creativity, but you can imagine so many things on one vastu. That is the power of kalpana. Not one, not two ways, not three ways. Mind-boggling. You can imagine anything. Same cloud, you can imagine varieties of animals, whatever you see in the cloud, Gandharva Nagara. So many things can be imagined, endless. And in that imagination, somebody can tell you also that please imagine this also is there. Look at this way, look at that way, look at my way. Don't we use these words? There is no end, सीमा नहीं इसका, कल्पना का कोई सीमा है? Endless. And one more thing, ये कल्पना परंपरा जो जारी होती है मन में, इसका भी अंत नहीं है. माने व्हाट, अतिशीघ्र हो जाता है. ये ऐसा नहीं कि एक कल्पना हुई, इसके बाद में दूसरी कल्पना, इसके बाद कुछ देर के बाद तीसरी कल्पना, फोर्थ कल्पना, फिफ्थ कल्पना, चौथा, पांचवा, ऐसा कोई नहीं है. विद इन फ्यू सेकेंड्स यू कैन इमेजिन हेल लॉट ऑफ थिंग्स ऑन वन वस्तु. कोई आदमी के बारे में हो, चीज के बारे में हो, अपने बारे में हो. माने क्या है, जहाँ जहाँ हम कोई चीज का ज्ञान लेना चाहता है, कोई वस्तु का ज्ञान लेना चाहते हैं, जड़ हो या चेतन वस्तु जो भी है, जैसे हम जानने की प्रयत्न करते हैं, वहीं तुरंत ही हमारा मन शिथिल हो जाता है, अनेक रूप कल्पना शुरू हो जाती है कि नहीं? हम जानने के लिए क्या करना है, एक्चुअली कंसंट्रेशन होनी चाहिए, माने एकाग्रता, एकाग्र बुद्धि होनी चाहिए. वहाँ पे अनेकाग्र हो गया है. It is why the superimposition, therefore when Shastra also superimposes Adhyaropa and Apavada, is actually training what to imagine. Certain things are imagined. Shastra says you imagine this. No, is it not a conditioning? Anyway, you are conditioned by 1001 things. But what I am going to condition you by superimposing something would really decondition you from the present conditionings, and the Shastra conditioning also will be removed. Shastra says, मैं जो condition तुमको कर रहा हूँ, मेरी जो कल्पना है कि 4 parts, for example, ये सारा का सारा विश्व इतना वैरायटी में एक अवस्था में लाया गया, जागृत अवस्था, बात खत्म. We have become simple or not? It has become simple if our understanding. It will be defined now. माने इतना ये भी है, वो भी है, अनेक रंग, अनेक शब्द, अनेक रूप, अनेक नाम, अनेक व्यवहार, अनेक वस्तुएं और उसका उपयोग समय देश के अनुसार, समय के अनुसार, काल देश काल, वस्तु परिचिन्न, सो मेनी थिंग्स. अब इतना सारा का सारा हम कहाँ लेते ज्ञान लेके जाते, सीखते सीखते बैठ जाते हैं. तो सारा का सार एक ही शब्द में लाया, जागृत अवस्था, बस खत्म. अब ये कहेंगे तो जागृत अवस्था ऑल्सो इज सुपर इम्पोज्ड ऑन ब्रह्मन. ऑफ कोर्स, वाई शुड बी सुपर इम्पोज अवस्थास? If the जागृत अवस्था करके एक इंटीग्रेट करके, if superimposition कल्पना is not given, we are lost in सब कल्पनास, अनेक कल्पनास, and इसका सीमा कोई नहीं है. So when Shastra tells us, Shastra trains us इट वुड डीकंडीशन. शास्त्रा सो काइंड दैट आज जो कहती हैं, टुमारो शास्त्रा सेज नाउ दैट मोमेंट आई टोल्ड यू दैट नाउ इट इज नॉट रिक्वायर्ड, दैट सपोर्ट इज विथड्रॉन एंड दैट इज ऑल्सो काल्पनिक करके ओनली आवर ओन शास्त्र अगेन मेंशंस. जो किंडरगार्टन में पढ़ाया जाता है, थोड़ा आगे बढ़ने के बाद उसी को हम कहते हैं कि उसको हटा दो, वो ज्ञान ठीक नहीं था. बच्चा जब खाना नहीं खाता है, उसको 100 रुपया नोट दिखा के पापा खाना खिला दिया, खाने के बाद 100 रुपये वापस ले लिया, ठीक है. वो बड़े हो गया, फिर पापा से कहने लगे, पापा बचपन में तुम 100 रुपया नोट देते थे हमको, अभी भी दो, जब खाऊंगा. पापा को नहीं दूंगा अभी. क्यों? वापस तो नहीं आएगा अभी. तो बचपन में जो तेरे बचपना में जो किया था, सेम थिंग आई कैन नॉट रिपीट. दैट कल्पना इज नॉट रिक्वायर्ड नाउ. नो, आई विल नॉट. दैट कल्पना इन मी दैट बाय गिविंग यू सम rupee note you will eat food, then I can take it back. That kalpana was valid only at that time. I myself will remove it. Similarly Shastra. So the एक रज्जु, एक उसमें सर्प, माला, एक लाठी, तो the what you call the crack on the earth also. Aneka things can be imagined. That is the problem with kalpana. So you don't ask me again. So therefore, they really do not exist. So Bhagavan says, और आचार्य says, great says, इसका आग्रह नहीं करना चाहिए. जिद नहीं करो कि इस समझ में कि ऐसा क्यों हो रहा है, ऐसा क्यों है, चार ही क्यों है, इसके बारे में ज़्यादा फंसी मत हो जाओ. डोंट. एंड ये एक बात मैं पक्की कह देता हूँ, जितने भी लोग मांडुक्य पढ़े हैं उसमें से एक या दो लोग निकाल दीजिएगा, बड़े बड़े साधक लोग, महात्मा लोग हैं. बाकी लोग ये 3 अवस्था में ही 4 अवस्था में फंस गए. 4th स्टेट आई हैव टू रीच, 4th स्टेट आई हैव टू रीच. तुरिया में मैं तो जागृति में फंस गया, स्वप्न में फंस गया, सुषुप्ति में फंस गया. ये 4 का जो विभाग मन में जो बैठा है ना, वो जाता नहीं. और वैसे तो पुरुषोत्तम क्यों नहीं ले सकते हो? वहां पे चतुष्पाद, वहां पे 3 पाद अमृत कहा गया, 1 पाद ये सृष्टि कहा गई. सृष्टि 1 पाद सृष्टि बनाया, तो 3 पाद अमृत रूप में है. यहां पे ये 3 पाद जागृत, स्वप्न सुषुप्ति, और चतुष्पाद है ये स्तुरीय अवस्था. तो देयरफॉर कॉन्ट्रडिक्शन दे, इस जिद मत करो, आग्रह मत करो, इंसिस्ट मत करो, ज्यादा छोड़ देना. तो ज्यादा फंसना नहीं, जानना, सीखना, मगर डोंट मेक इश्यू आउट ऑफ इट और फंसी अबाउट इट. अभी आएगा तीसरा मंत्र, आगे आने से पहले मैं बता दे रहा हूं आपको. सो नाउ, इसलिए आचार्य शंकर आस्क्ड अस, हाउ डू दिस 4 स्टेट्स एग्जिस्ट? ही सेड कार्षापणवत नह गौः इव इति. ही सेड नो, व्यवस्थित चतुष्पाद कार्षापणवत न गौरु इति, गौरव इति. They are not existing like 4 legs of the cow, but in a 1 rupee coin, like 4 annas existing. That is 4 annas. 25 anna coin, 25 coin, 25 paisa, 425 is equal to 1 rupee. But in 1 rupee there is no division. So 1 rupee contains 425 paisa coins is only a imagination, kalpana. Karshapanavat na gauhu iti eva iti. Now, what is the meaning of pada? Pada. One Vyutpatti meaning, Vyutpatti declination. One meaning is padyate anena iti padaha. Padyate. Padyate means that by which Paramatma, means it is actually. That by which Paramatma is anena padyate, that by which Paramatma is attained, is called one meaning of pada. Padyate anena iti padaha. One shabda. So the means of attaining Paramatma is called pada. इसमें क्या हुआ? अब देखिए, चतुष्पाद कहा गया ना, जाग विश्व Taijasa, Prajna, Turiya. Now listen carefully now. Be alert mentally. Mentally don't sleep. Be alert. Be alert. 4 padas are given. It was said Atma is Chatushpada. Now, if you define pada as Padyate Anena iti padaha, यदि ये व्युत्पत्ति लिया गया, that means by which we attain Paramatma. Pada is a means that by which we attain Paramatma. इसका मतलब क्या हुआ? चारों का चारों पाद has become means. माने विश्व become means, Taijasa also means sadhana, Prajna also sadhana, Turiya also becomes sadhana. Turiya pada वो भी साधना हो गया. If you define all the 4 states as sadhana, then what is sadhya? इस 4 से अलग है, अलग हो जाएगा. साध्य वस्तु is not the mean, sadhana. साधना साध्य अलग है. तो ब्रह्म क्या होगा? ब्रह्म is outside the purview of the 4 padas. गड़बड़ हो गई कि नहीं इसमें? Because Brahma will not remain within the 4 states. It is taken out and separated as sadhya other than sadhana. So if we define pada as padyate anena iti padaha, this vyutpatti if it is taken, the problem is all the 4 states would become means and the end is Brahma is separated. But actually the truth is what? Turiya is considered as the 4th state of consciousness, considered as the whole. But Turiya को पाद क्यों कहा गया फिर? How can you call it as 4th state? So therefore padyate anena iti padaha, this उत्पत्ति में एक गड़बड़ हो गया. Because Brahma is not a sadhya vastu, but it is a siddha vastu. Already there, we have to recognize it. एक गड़बड़ हो गई इसमें. So if you take उत्पत्ति as padyate anena padaha, ये प्रॉब्लम है. चलो ठीक है, दूसरा हम ले लेते हैं. Not padyate but padyata. Padyata iti padaha. If we take vyutpatti of pada as padyata iti pada, if they take this vyutpatti, meaning what? That which is attained, lakshya, goal, not by which, not the means. That which is attained is called padyata. That is pada. Pada means what? That which is attained is pada. Meaning goal, lakshya. If you say, if you give this meaning, तब क्या होगा? चारों का 4 साध्य हो जाएगा. जागृत अवस्था also becomes sadhya, and the goal, Taijasa also, Prajna also, Turiya also. But all the 4 are not sadhya, na? Only Turiya is sadhya. Sadhya means goal, to be attained. What is to be attained by us is Turiya state. Not all the 4 we need to attain. अब देखिए पद्यते में ये हुआ प्रॉब्लम, पद्यता में ये हुआ प्रॉब्लम. तो therefore if you take padyata iti padaha, there remains nothing as sadhana. है कि नहीं? All the 4 became goals. अब मीन्स कहाँ रह गया? पर वास्तव में क्या है? वास्तव में that first 3 parts are the means and the 4th is the goal. So Jagrata Avastha, Swapna Avastha, Turiya Avastha become means. Means meaning sadhana. Turiya Avastha is sadhya, end. That is the meaning. So both we have to take it into, for one part we must give padyate definition, other thing we should give padyata व्युत्पत्ति, so amalgamation something is required. Therefore, one is praptavya vastu after removing the earlier three, and in another case, other three becomes means for the fourth one as our destination and end. दोनों को दोनों लेना पड़ेगा. Now, one more point. These first three states are there. That is Vishwa, Taijasa and Prajna, or Avastha, Sthiti. Avastha it is called. They are conditioned states. A state. Fourth is not the state. Though it is called as a state, कहने के लिए fourth state we may say, but actually fourth is not the state. यहाँ पे जागृत अवस्था, that is waking plane or dream and the deep sleep states, they can be called as a avastha. Turiya is not a state because it is present in all the other three states. If तुरिया को इससे पूरा अलग कर दिया गया, जागृत से अलग, तेजस से अलग और प्राज्ञ से अलग करके रखा है, तो तुरिया ऑल्सो बिकम्स ए कंडीशनड स्टेट, लिमिटेड स्टेट हो जाएगा, तो अलग हो गया वो. देयरफॉर व्हाट इज तुरियम? तुरियम त्रिषु संततम, मीनिंग continuity. Turiya is pervading in all the three states. There is nothing called fourth state. इसीलिए देखिए, one more important part. Turiya, sorry, the Jagrat, Swapna and Prajna, or Nidra, Sushupti, sorry. Jagrat, Swapna and Sushupti. Vishwa, Tejasa, Prajna, personalities, names. So Jagrat, Swapna, Sushupti avasthas, they mutually deny each other. जब एक है बाकी दो नहीं रह जाता. जागृत अवस्था है, इसका मतलब स्वप्न एंड निद्रा अवस्था आर एब्सेंट. These two cannot present now. If I am in dream state, to me, Jagrat Avastha and Nidra Avastha are absent. If I am in deep sleep state, then Jagrat Avastha and Nidra Avastha, Swapna Avastha are absent to me. That means, जब एक है तो बाकी दो नहीं रह जाता. ओके, बट तुरिया ऐसा नहीं है. तुरिया जागृत में भी है, स्वप्न में भी है और निद्रा में भी है. ये तीनों म्यूचुअली डिनाई ईच अदर, बट द फोर्थ वन कैन नेवर 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 बी डिनाइड. जब इट इज कॉल्ड अन्वय एंड व्यतिरेक. फोर्थ इज अन्वय, तुरिया इज अन्वय. इट इज देयर इन जागृत अवस्था, स्वप्नावस्था एंड निद्रावस्था. Therefore, Acharya says here that first three Trayanam Vishwadhinam Purva Pravilapanena Turiyasya Pratipattihi iti Karna Sadhana Padashabdaha. So therefore, Padashabda is Karna instrument, it's a means. By क्या करना है हमको? When all the three are taken, Purva Pravilapanena. अब क्या करना है? देखिए सुनिए. अभी एक जागृत अवस्था शुड बी डिजॉल्व्ड इन विश्व और शुड बी डिजॉल्व्ड इन तेजस. तेजस शुड बी डिजॉल्व्ड इन प्राज्ञा. पूर्व पहले वाले प्रविलापन ना, बाय डिजॉल्विंग. व्हाट डू यू मीन बाय डिजॉल्विंग? वैसे तो हम डिजॉल्व करते रहते हैं, अपने आप हो जाता है. व्हाट डू यू मीन बाय डिजॉल्विंग? This is a big sadhana. There's a sadhana is not given. In Māṇḍukya, Upanishads में, some Upanishad is sadhana pradhan. Some Upanishad says highly PhD के ऊपर भी है, PhD से भी ऊपर है. सिर्फ ये बताया पूर्वपूर्व प्रविलापने. This I will not take up now. Let us see. आगे जब याद आ गए तो big subject it is. Okay. So by merging Vishwa in Taijasa, Taijasa in Prajna, then we attain Turiya. Okay. So what is our Atma Sthiti, Turiya Sthiti? वहाँ पे neither there is कर्ता, कर्म, करण और कारण कुछ भी नहीं है. Our own self. So in our own self there is neither Antahkarana and Bahikkarana. These two words are used only for standpoint of Ajnani. We also saw Vairagya also is a word only for initially. Afterwards, when everything becomes Atman Eva, where is Vairagya? Vairagya is in duality. Meaning when everything becomes my own self, there is no Nama Rupa dissolved in my own consciousness, I alone present. Where can be Vairagya? जब द्वैत का भान नहीं होता तब वैराग्य कहाँ से होता है? देखिए, हाँ देखिए, द्वैत दिखना है, मैं दिख सकता है, मगर इसका जो अनुभव है ऋषियों को या तो महात्मा का अनुभव क्या है? द्वैत दिख रहा है, फिर भी द्वैत का जो भान या उसका इफेक्ट्स कार्य कोई भी नहीं है. वो अपने स्वरूप में बैठे हैं शांत. दिख तो रहा है द्वैत, बट इट इज नॉट हार्मिंग हिम. We saw this thought also in the beginning. So therefore, here slowly we progress by merging Purva-Purva Pravilapanena Turiya Pratipattihi iti. So Padyata iti padaha, that which is to be attained is meant for Turiya state. So now the question is, what is this Chatushpadatva in Brahma? More details are required. So we will read third mantra now. Tomorrow we will go into Bhāṣya. Now we understood what is Pada, Pada, etc. Chatushpatvam is only imagination, Kalpana, all those things we saw which is required. Katam Chatushpatvam iti aha. Jagaritastano Bahishprajnaha Saptanga Ekonavimshati Mukaha Stulabhuka Vaishwanaraha Prathamapadaha Jagaritasthanaha Bahishprajnaha Saptanga Ekonavimshati Mukaha Stulabhuka Vaishwanaraha Prathamapadaha. This we will see tomorrow. Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vasishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om Sadgurunath Maharaj Ki Jai.